He's also the president of Municipal. Starting. Thanks, Mr. Lee. Mr. Lee's telling me about clocks. That's great. Well, good evening, everyone. It's a pleasure to be here. I'm proud to be president of the Associated Students of Modesto Junior College. We're here in I'm also proud to be a Region 5 senator, and we're holding a conference here in Region 5. As far as what I do at the statewide level, as Mr. Lee pointed out, I'm Vice President of Governance and Policy. So I am responsible for promoting students and their role in the shared governance process. There's a law in California called AB 1725, which, I have my clock here, which says that students have the right to participate effectively in certain issues on campus, being the 9+1 issues. Faculty get 10+1. And so what our role in the Governance and Policy Committee that I chair, and the 2 Governance and Policy Senators from each of the 10 regions, is to support you at the local level and making sure that you are participating in those decision makings, whether it's the development of curriculum, resource allocation, different student services that are provided to students, and that's what my role is. Some of the current things that we're talking about in the Governance and Policy Committee that I know Mr. Lee is himself very passionate about is an advisory role digest. Where we are hoping to articulate the roles and responsibilities of advisors, so that way advisors who are doing wonderfully, like many of the advisors in the room, Ms. Moore, are there any other advisors? Mr. Henderson from Fresno City College, John Griffin from MJC is not here. But we want to make sure that those advisors who are doing great, wonderful things at the local level have sort of a place to share their experience and their wisdom in being positive and successful advisors. Unfortunately, counterparts of theirs in the state that might not be so successful, we're going to do what we can to sort of guide them in their development as advisors, and so that way the right for students to participate effectively is sort of protected by the advisors at the local level. Another thing that we were talking about at the Governance and Policy Committee, we had a committee meeting on Monday night, was CalWorks. We just supported creating an advisory group with many different individuals from across the board and across the state, from the State CalWorks Association for California Community Colleges. There are local groups at the local level, the county CalWorks programs. President Pro Tem Darrell Steinberg's office is interested in participating, as well as 2 community college students, one being a CalWorks student and one being a non-CalWorks student. So if you're interested in any of those discussions and any of those conversations that we're having currently, or if you're interested in maybe having a dialogue about something else in the system that you see as an issue that you would like to see addressed and have us move forward as a united system with 2.4 million students, then I am going to be here all week, and I'd be more than happy to take that issue up to the committee. Mr. Lee also asked that I share what we're doing on the external affairs aspect of the SSCCC. We have a second vice president, also from Modesto Junior College, also from Region 5, James Varble, who is the vice president of external affairs. So each of the 10 regions have one external affairs senator who is the primary individual responsible for coordinating advocacy efforts in the region and connecting you with your legislators and keeping you sort of on top of the legislation and the issues that are coming out of Congress, the Capitol, the state capitol, so that way students are at the forefront of the discussions that are happening rather than being reactionary and reacting to those laws as they come out. We have March and March. Raise your hand if you've attended March and March in the past. Woo, that's a good amount of people. So we are doing March and March again this year. Do we have time to bring Mr. Clark up so he can? No? Okay. What do you watch say?
My watch says I have 58 seconds of Nahazi's time left, so I guess not. So March and March is going to be held on Monday, March 4th. If you have any information, Mr. Clark, if you can raise your hand. He's the other Region 5 senator. Region 5 is just doing all sorts of great things in the state. He's the chair of the subcommittee for March and March. Please contact him and reach out to him for any questions that you might have. If you haven't not yet subscribed to the SSCCC's listserv, I strongly encourage you to do that as well, so that way you can receive the most accurate and up-to-date information as it occurs and as it happens. So I have 25 seconds left, so I guess I'll take that as a cue to wrap it up. The SSCCC's website is http://www.studentsenatecccc.org. Again, that's
students send it to ccc.org, and there's also the listserv information is available. He's like my teleprompter, except he should be in front. So my time is up. So thank you very much. Thank you, and I hope you enjoyed dinner, and I hope you enjoyed the rest of the conference.
One thing you learn as a student leader, and we're all here